Hello everybody, welcome to Illustrious Cards and Games, a one-piece trading card game, Thursday night locals. We're in round 3, I am Xeminan, round 3 of this 5-round tournament from last week. Got Barnyard Kid and an actual log facing off new Marco from set 8, leader versus Foxy Pirates. And honestly, there's a couple of Foxy dudes at our locals pretty often, at least 1 week. Sometimes we've had 2 or 3 show up, and you know it is a very unconventional leader. I will give you that. But if you can get a couple of 7-cost Foxies on the field together, definitely will work out in your favor most of the time. But let's see how this matchup works out. Barnyard Kid swings 8k at an actual log. He takes that first life. It's a 5k or 5 life leader compared to the 4 life leader on Marco's, and actual log plays a Porsche off of that, down -1. Look for a Foxy Pirate, and then you get to play a lower costed or lower powered character. Gets Bond Clay off of that, so that helps with the ramping. That's very nice. Barnyard Kid checking out the card, seeing that you can play that 1000 power Bond Clay to ramp up on Porsche. So you effectively stay at the same number of Don. That's a really nice combination for the Foxy player. Now go back over to Barnyard Kid. He's very smartly always just gonna keep the 1 Don on your Marco leader. That's why you don't play any 10 costs. You play a lot of 9 costs and things like that, 7 costs as well, because you need to activate Marco's effect where you have to Don ×1. You take the top life, or take the top card from your deck, and then put 1 card from your hand either at the top or bottom. So it's a good way of filtering out bad cards or getting the card on the top of your deck exactly when you need it. Barnyard Kid does play Pudding in on this turn with his 4 Don, which forcing an actual log to shuffle his hand away, and that can be really detrimental if actual log had something that he really wanted to keep in his hand, had to shuffle it away. Pudding is very frustrating to deal with, those blue decks, and it's not hard to activate. So Porsche is going to swing, looks like 5,000 power into the leader. Barnyard Kid countering with 1k, stay around. Then a 6k swing with the leader, but 2k Otama, keeping it safe. So Barnyard Kid will stay at 3 life. Each of these players with 3 life apiece. Actual log plays the 5-cost Kid, who synergizes really well with a lot of purple leaders because of regaining Don when you Don -1 per turn. So now Barnyard Kid on his 7 Don turn, gonna play another Ezo Searcher to get the 7-cost Ace into his hand. Can't play it this turn, doesn't have enough Don available, has only 5 available. And the other effect of Marco's ability, after you do the draw and the put a card back part, you can give something -2,000 power, making the blocker 4,000 power, meaning actual log is way less likely to actually use it to block on this turn. So Barnyard Kid is going to attach 3 to the Porsche, or to the Ezo to attack Porsche. Pudding attaching 1 to go for it, and the third hit, finally the Marco leader with a 7,000 power swing into Porsche is finally gonna be enough to take it out. Again, sometimes there is some buffering with the VOD, just how the stream went down. Apologize, but it looks like we are good now. So next turn for actual log, he'll swing his leader into Pudding, 6k into 4k, and Barnyard Kid will give that up. Doesn't really have that great of a board of characters. It's just 2 1-cost Ezos, and you know, not a lot of good mid-cost units right now, just 2 1-cost. So we'll see what Barnyard Kid can do to come back in this and get a bigger board presence. He has the 1 Don attached. He's going to draw a card, and you have to put 1 back to the top or the bottom. Looks like it will be the top of the deck. He's going to put it there. Rayleigh giving minus a couple thousand power, 3,000, 2,000. to the field, as well as KOing the Bond Clay. So that's a really huge turn for Barnyard Kid, because Bond Clay, if it was not KO'd on that turn, if it stayed there, it can just copy Rayleigh's power on its attack the next turn for free. So really nice KO from Barnyard Kid here on this turn. Now it's up to actual log. He has the 7-cost Foxy on the field, which it's not one Foxy by itself. One 7-cost by itself is not the problem. You on your opponent's turn, all your opponent's characters have minus 1,000 power, right? It's not one that's the problem. It's when you can chain multiple together and they stack. So if you have 2, it's minus 2,000 power across every character, 3 for 3,000, and so on. Excuse me, and so forth. And that's the problem that Barnyard Kid does not want to see happen on the other side. He's going to swing 8 into Marco. Actually counters out of that with 2 2Ks. So nice play by Barnyard Kid to keep his life healthy here. And using 2 cards in his hand. Going to use the Marco leader effect. Give minus 2,000 power to Kid. And now he has to decide where things are going. So Rayleigh is going to attack at life. Actual log counters out of it with 2 cards in his hand. Then there's the 9-cost Sanji, where he put 9-cost Whitebeard on top of his deck. That's the synergy Marco has. You can pretty much guarantee that Sanji gets maximum value on play. Play the top card of your life if it's the same cost or less. Play on the field. So now his Marco is a bigger character. You gained essentially 18 Don worth of characters on the field at the same time. Foxy's going to play a third 7-cost Foxy on it, so that's minus 3,000 power. But honestly, with Rayleigh, Sanji, and Whitebeard all on the field at the same time, it's just so much power to deal with, even if you minus 3,000. So Barnyard has 10 Don available, technically 9 because he's attached the 1 to his Marco leader, so you know that's going to be at minimum of 6k. And you see the multiple Kaidos in hand, not nearly enough counter, even with the minus 3,000 power from the 3/7 cost. Barnyard Kid is going to win that game, and you know, I think the Sanji, obviously, I think the Rayleigh was a huge turn for Barnyard Kid, and then Sanji into Whitebeard, just so crucial. Actual log understanding that the Foxys were not going to slow it down quick enough. So congratulations to Barnyard Kid for winning round 3 on the Thursday Night Local. Thank you everybody for watching this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and see our other matches that we're going to post the VODs of from the locals. And this was a 5-round event, so we should have 2 more matches posted to the channel. So make sure you subscribe and get those notifications, and we'll see you in the next round.